Welcome to Ocean County Library's Adulting 101 series. Today, how to iron. You'll need an actual iron. The first thing to do is to plug it in and then to turn it on. Next, you'll want to adjust your temperature. All irons have a variety of temperature levels, and mostly they will be labeled with the type of fabric they're appropriate for: acrylic, nylon, polyester, cotton blends, wools, cotton, linen for the highest. You do need to know what type of fabric you're using. Check the label. It will probably be polyester cotton blends, which means that you'll want to have it around a 3 or a medium low, however your iron is labeled, or a cotton, which is medium high, 6 out of 7 on my iron. It is important to use the hottest temperature that fabric can take. If you use too hot, you can ruin your garment. I have done this. It could get scorched, it could melt a hole in it. But you want to have it as hot as possible because that's the most effective. It's heat and it's pressure that presses the wrinkles out. So if you don't have an ironing board to use, you should lay a towel down on a table. If you need to use your bed, you can, but it won't be pressing back, so you won't get that pressure to help get the wrinkles out. So today we're going to iron a men's dress shirt. I'm going to shake it out and lay it flat on my ironing board, and I'm going to snug that narrow tip of my ironing board up into the shoulder area. Another benefit of an ironing board is you can do a single layer of fabric at a time, which is what you want to do whenever you can to avoid pressing new wrinkles into the bottom layer. So you'll simply put your iron down and start gliding it slowly over the fabric. I'm going to put it in between these buttons. They're plastic, so they could melt if I'm not careful, but it can take a little bit. The other type of action is a press. This hem is all wrinkled up, so I'm going to make sure that it is all laid out smoothly under my iron, and then I'm simply going to hold it with maybe a little extra pressure for 5, maybe 10 seconds, and then move on and press the next area. I'll be sure to press up here and get in along the ledge there. I'm going to press this bit of the pocket and this bit, but this is important. Here I have a pocket with a flap, and you can see how the side of that pocket flap is very wrinkled. My husband said, an ironing video, make sure you teach them about the pocket flaps. So I'm going to unbutton it, fold it back, press it, make sure I get that, and then just give that a little extra love to make sure it comes out. When you have an area that needs a little extra help, like this pocket or the hem, that's where the steam function of your iron comes in very handy. You can hear the iron hissing as steam comes out of the holes on this side. It does that when the steam is turned on. My iron also has a dry setting, so if I don't want that to happen, it won't. But when I want actual control, I can tell it to put out extra steam by using this puff button. There's also a spray button. If your fabric is completely wrinkled, you can wet it down lightly using that button before ironing it. So when I'm pressing it down here, I can just give it an extra squirt, and you can hear that fun sound. All right, from here we would continue rotating it on and ironing it, using the tip of the ironing board to get in there. We'd move it along. We would do the yoke of the fabric and then the collar of the fabric, making sure to get these points nice and straight. But let's move on to the sleeve. Sleeves are harder because you have to be doing 2 layers of fabric at once. I'm just grabbing a hold of it along the seam, and I'm giving it a little shake to help minimize the wrinkles that are going to be in there. You have to work hard to make sure that you're not putting extra wrinkles in. I'm going to just smooth it out and use my hands to find out whether there are any wrinkles on the underneath layer. I want to decide whether I want to iron a crease into this top. If so, I will just Just go ahead and iron all the way over. If I don't want a crease, I'm just going to iron up close to it and avoid that tip. I have a whole bunch of extra wrinkles in here. It's a good time to give it another puff and press and hold. And I'll do the best I can on that side too. Now I will flip it over and do the other side of the sleeve. I can see that this is better than it had been before I started, but I didn't get everything when I was doing that other side. Oh good, I avoided getting that crease in there. But let me now. Okay, so now I will try to get some of this other area that I didn't get before. Press and hold. I can hear the steam coming out. And now I will lay it open, kind of take advantage of the edge of the ironing board to get this off. That's all there is to ironing. I hope you learned something today.
Support public libraries. Like, share, and subscribe for more great videos.